Hi, this is Richard C. I'm answering a question submitted by a student who's getting started with trigonometric identities in pre-calculus. And these are, he's just getting started. I can tell that because these problems are fairly straightforward. You do have to memorize your identities though, and I'll list them as we use them. The first problem is the secant of x quantity squared minus 1. I'm just going to rewrite this because we don't write it like this with brackets. We just write secant squared x minus 1. So that might be a source of confusion right there. Not sure. So one of the identities is that 1 plus the tangent squared is equal to secant squared. So that's an n there. So you can see this is just going back to the problem. All we have to do is realize that this is the tangent squared of x. You can see that by subtracting 1 here. Just subtract 1 from both sides. While we're here, we should probably write them all out. These are called the Pythagorean identities. The most famous one is sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. That's used most frequently. The other two can be derived from the middle one here. And the other one is 1 plus the cotangent squared x is equal to the cosecant. You can see if you memorize the first one, you can just change everything, just work with the reciprocals here. So there's a reciprocal here, and these are two reciprocals, so it doesn't, but you can, trying to memorize these can be a pain in the neck. Okay, the next one is sine x tan x over cosine x. Okay, and for that we're going to use another identity. And this one you should have learned earlier. Oh boy. I want to change that to red. Okay, so the tangent of x. And this is used a lot. This is sine x over cosine x. So we're just trying to keep track of these. Unfortunately, this part of pre-calculus does require a fair amount of memorizing. So this is the sine x times the sine x over cosine x over cosine. So this is going to give you sine squared of x over cosine x over the cosine. And you do a keep change flip here, you're going to get sine squared over cosine squared. And that is the tangent squared. Like that. You can see that from just squaring both sides of this identity. Okay, and then we have one left. Tan x times the cosine of x. So we'll use the same tangent identity here. So that's going to give me sine x over cosine x times the cosine x. They cancel, and you're left with sine x My advice to you is just keep working on these. Hopefully you have a whole bunch of these in your textbook, and just get used to using them. Try doing a flashcard or something to flashcards to help you memorize, and then the other thing that will help you memorize everything, of course, is to use them in practice and to be on the lookout for them when you're trying to solve a problem. But this student's just getting started, so my advice is you should uh, really spend a lot more time on this, and the more you use it, the more comfortable you'll be. Okay, so that's it for this one. I hope it was helpful. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.